Is it normal to masturbate in prone position? Is it normal to masturbate in prone position? Prone position refers to when you are masturbating with your stomach to the bed. And this is a question that I get more from people with penises. And so this is Martha of Eros Coaching. I'm a clinical sexologist with a doctorate in human sexuality. And I want you to know that there are some literature flying around the internet claiming that they can cure people who self-pleasure in that way. And this causes a big dysfunction. And there's a lot of anxiety from men who grow up and realize that, oh my goodness, I've been masturbating in this position, and that makes it really difficult for me to enjoy sexuality with someone, especially if they're talking about wanting to have penetrative sex. This is when penis goes into vagina or anus. And what happens is that, let me backtrack a little bit more about prone position. Prone position is when you masturbate, as I mentioned, with your face on the mattress, and the person who's masturbating in that position is usually lying directly over the penis. They might be doing some rubbing against the pillow or on the mattress, and they might, at the point of being very close to ejaculation, actually lift their hands and their legs in a kind of Superman position, so much so that there's pressure on the penis. In order to not feel pain on their penis actually needs to be a semi-erect or even non-erect state. And this can lead to a pattern of pleasuring because it feels good, and so why not continue pleasuring that way? So it becomes a habit, and then when they want to be sexual with a partner, they realize that they are not familiar with how they're supposed to feel and what they're supposed to do, and they might have problems getting an erection hard enough for penetration. And so people come to me with this masturbation pattern, get very, very anxious because they feel that they don't know what to do, and that there's no cure, and their penis is broken. And then there's all this literature flying around telling them that they're wrong, they're bad, and they need to stop masturbating. And what happens when you stop masturbating is that you're shutting down a big part of your vibrancy and happiness. It's very important to recognize that just because you've masturbated in one way all your life, it doesn't mean you cannot learn how to masturbate in new ways. And sometimes when you masturbate in new ways, it can feel scary and it can be challenging, and you might not be able to get an erection, you might not be able to ejaculate, you might not be able to have an orgasm. And that's part of the relearning. So what you want to do is masturbate in small ways that are slightly different, that doesn't cause you that much anxiety. For instance, if you've always been masturbating face down against the pillow or mattress, maybe you want to start experimenting to see if you could do it part of the time and then turn to the side so that the rest of the body is on the side. And you could, if once you can achieve that, maybe you want to consider doing that sitting up. Do it with an object like a flashlight, which basically is a masturbation device where it envelopes your penis. And once you can do that by yourself, then that's when you might want to experiment to see whether you could have more positive outcomes if you said you did a hand job or blow job with a partner, rather than get caught out with needing to go into penetration right away. So there are small steps that you can take to make sure that each step of the way you guard against having too much anxiety that starts to overwhelm and flood your senses and leave you feeling really baffled. So if you feel that you need more information and you need more specific coaching, it's really useful to go to a sex coach like myself who has worked with men with this anxiety issue. I want you to know that you shouldn't be shutting down your sexuality, you shouldn't be stopping masturbating, and you need to perhaps look into learning how to self-pleasure in different ways. And it can feel scary, and it's important to get somebody who knows what they're talking about, who is trained, and not just go to some website that tells you to shut down your sexuality. That's not what you should be doing. And sometimes what I find is that my clients come in with all this literature and they're picking a fight with me, they're arguing with me when I'm the one who has been trained and I'm the one who has worked with several clients and have had successes with them. Unfortunately, I don't get written testimonials of every client, of course. I do have to respect their confidentiality as well as their need for privacy. And so what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of misinformation out there, just as there's a lot of information out there. It's very important to trust your intuition and to get a second or third opinion by people who are trained and certified. And this is what I can say about prone position masturbation. And if you have further questions, you can always contact me at ask@eroscoaching.com. And it doesn't have to be around masturbation. It can be about any topic relating to love, sex, and everything in between. So this is Martha of Eros Coaching, and I wish you well.